I'm just thinking that I was not meant to use community washers and dryers. I have never had a connection with them. I have never had luck with them. My first my first run-in with community washers and dryers was when I was in college. Now, I actually did not suffer the fate that a lot of college students have. Um, and at my college, there was a washer and dryer set up at every floor, and the problem would be mostly that people stole your stuff or threw it out the window. There were a lot of police reports of people finding their clothes thrown from the sixth floor window onto the ground. I would totally circumvent this. I would make sure this didn't happen. The way I did it was I'd wait until about 2 o'clock in the morning to do my laundry and bring a book into the laundry room and wait until everything is done. It wasn't fun. That's how I did it. My worst experience, though, was in A school after boot camp, when maybe the first time I did laundry at A school, all five, like about five sports bras got stolen from me, which I think is really disgusting. That's really gross. That's underwear. It's underwear. And you got to think about boot camp. You see, clothes don't get clean in boot camp. I don't want to talk about it, but I have the most assurance that clothes do not get cleaned at boot camp. They just don't. So to steal somebody else's sports bra and have all sorts of bacteria that's been trapped there for 2 months is just disgusting. It's nasty. And not to mention that the sports bras that are actually issued in boot camp do cost about $24 a pop. Now, you can get cheaper sports bras, you can get more expensive sport bras, but that was very frustrating. Especially considering how hard I PT'd in A school, I needed those sports bras. And I didn't have a car, and well, I didn't have a car, so I couldn't really go anywhere, so I had to go to the Next on base to get more bras, and of course they cost $24. That was very frustrating. And there was one time where there were problems with the washers and dryers, and one of the washers got stuck in cycle. So basically, my clothes washed for 6 hours, and all my clothes were gray. Every single item of clothing, whether it was pink, whether it was white, no, they weren't white. It was all colored clothes, but they were all gray because of the black socks. This wouldn't have happened if it was a normal cycle, but the cycle got stuck and just washed my clothes for 6 hours. And and you might be thinking, why did you let your clothes wash for 6 hours? It was because I think what I did was I put them in the washing machine during lunch and forgot about them, and that whole time they were just still washing. Not only were they all gray or black, but they were all fuzzy, like they got worn out from the 6 hours of rigorous washing. So there's all these fuzz balls coming out. There's this horror film that's playing in the background, and it's not scary at all. Then we have this community washer and dryer at the complex, and it's just been nothing but madness here. Now, out of the 6 washers, 2 of them work. Out of the 3 dryers, 1 of them works, which is a little frustrating. They're all filled with water. They're all filled with water for no reason. The coin slots are stuck. I just don't think I was meant to use community washers and dryers. And they don't wash that well. You know, you can't use a pre-treatment. You know, you have a ring around the collar, you put Shout on there. the shout will still be there if you do that. That's disgusting to me, but I keep planning to find a laundromat and I don't. And I have the connections to have my own washer and dryer, but there's so much stupid stuff going on right now. The last thing I can think about is getting a washer and dryer. I still haven't paid off our furniture. So, yeah. Garfield is overweight. That's what the vet told me. He's overweight. He's fat. They're both eating an indoor formula. Hopefully he'll lose weight. I'll be getting him weighed sometime next month, and maybe he might have lost like 2 or 3 pounds by then. It sucks. He's overweight. You could tell. It's blatantly obvious he's fat. I mean, he's not. I mean, I've seen way, way, way fatter cats. I mean, he's not the kind of cat that you would look at and say, I can't believe they let that cat get that big. It's not that kind of fat, but he's big anyway. He's a big cat anyway, but he's fat too. So the job hunt is not going well at all. At all. At all. It's not going well. I'm starting to get scared. My leave is ending soon. I'm starting to get scared. I haven't had any callbacks. Nothing. I got a message from someone asking me how come I don't do live chats. I wanted to, but the reason why is because as the majority of you know, I don't have my own computer anymore. I'm using my husband's computer, and he uses the computer at night. And that is when I would most likely do a live chat. So until I get a new computer, that's not going to happen. So, not to mention, not that many people watch my videos anyway, so I really don't see, I just don't see I just don't see any reason for me to go on live. I wouldn't have much to say anyway. I hardly have anything to say on my videos. I just can't imagine I have over 100 videos of nothing. It amazes me. Well, I hope you guys have a good week. And that's all I have to say to that. Just have a good week. Talk to you later.